Welcome to Casting Broad. Usually we have a customised theme song for each episode, but unfortunately this week we could not think of any appropriate tune to go with this week's subject. But we're going to be talking about pop music. With Tom and Matt.
Hello, Matthew.
Hey, I'm Matt.
I'm Tom.
And this week we're going to be talking about pop music.
Gotta love that pop music.
You certainly do. And how upbeat we are this week as well. Now, before we get on to it, Tom, should we do our usual Department of Corrections? I believe I actually have some this week, but you normally go first. Do you want to do the honours?
Okay, well, I feel like I have nothing to apologise for last week. However,
the tables have turned.
I would like to say sorry right up top because I feel like absolute shit right now. So if I am a loser, if I'm a black heart, nasty little boy in this episode, that is why.
But last week we were both really tired. We acknowledged that, and it ended up being what I think is, frankly, I don't mean to toot our own horn here too much, but I thought last week was the best episode we've done.
It was a fun one. I'm tired this week, and then also a little bit blue.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you want to talk about it?
I suppose we could.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with pop music, though.
No, it's not. But this is Department of Corrections. This is where we're kind of free, and would the main thing be the cat?
Yeah, that's a big one. But received some horrible news yesterday. My flat cat, or animal friend, as I would prefer to refer to him, Slinky, passed away, and we cannot for the life of us work out what happened to him. There was no abrasions, no bruises, no breaks anywhere on his body. We saw him. He was skipping along the driveway. He was fine.
He's perfectly good health. He wasn't looking kind of like deteriorated.
No, he was a bouncy little guy. He had his tongue out like he always does, and then we started doing band practice, and then boom, 20 minutes into the band practice, the neighbour comes around and said, "Your cat's dead."
Are you going to pay...
Well, she said more than that. She
go...
knock on the door and your cat's dead.
How do you break that, actually?
Well, she was very diplomatic, and I think she knew it was our cat, but she said, just to soften the blow, it said, "There's a cat down the side of our house. We think it might be yours. It's a black cat with a bit of white fur, but we're not sure. You might want to just come and check on it."
And I imagine the heart would have been pounding a little bit.
Big time.
Yeah.
I got to say, in that moment, I was an absolute villain because I was thinking, like, please be someone else's cat. And then
that's not villainous. That's not villainous.
Just did not want it to be the little Slink, but he is gone. But he will never be forgotten. He is a really great cat. The cat that I have always said would convert any dog lover into being a cat lover. The conversion cat, LCC.
Can't speak for myself. I've always been kind of hybrid. I've always liked both.
Oh, yeah?
Cats and dogs. They've both got their own personalities.
What about that cat dog show? Did you get into that?
It wasn't one of my favourites during my childhood. It was one of those ones that came on where you sort of go, I'll check it out, I'll watch it. But
it was one of those shows. I think same with Angry Beavers. You just say, this may as well happen.
Exactly. No one's passionate about it. No one hates it. I mean, maybe some people hated it, but you don't meet many people who hate it.
Tell you what, it's no Lizzie McGuire.
Never watched it.
Mate.
Do you just like Hilary Duff? Was that the thing?
Big part of it.
Yeah.
Well, and I also loved...
It's a good reason.
Also loved the pop music that Hilary Duff released.
But we've still got more corrections to go before we get on to that. So, next to the segue...
I was trying to be a nice little smooth segue boy.
I got one other question, actually, and I hope you're not too traumatised that you don't mind me digging into it a bit more.
No, let's go where the energy is.
Okay, cool. Are you going to pay to find out what happened to the cat, or are you...
Like an autopsy?
Well, I mean, you can do that at a vet, right? Or are you just going to take it as a given? I mean, it's done now. What's done is done.
Yeah, well, he's buried. So
okay. Oh well,
he's in the ground. But we did for a good half an hour seriously look into the taxidermy process to get him taxidermied.
Creepy.
Oh, but he's Slinky.
I know, but I mean.
But then it was just like, it got complicated because then do you choose to have the cat's tail up and therefore his like ass is showing all the time, or do you have the tail down but then he looks submissive and kind of weak and he was a proud man? You know,
these
his
are
ass was
questions I
out.
never would have considered.
Yeah,
but it's a dignity thing, right? Like you say, you're stinky, but your mum or your grandma is like your grandma. But it doesn't mean you get her stuffed.
That's true.
You bury her,
or
cremate her, depending on the wishes in her will.
I think we just didn't want to say goodbye at that point.
And
taxidermy was a way of like, if we do this, we never have to really say goodbye.
I understand.
It was like a gross divorcee looking at a photo of his wife, just stroking it. It's not the same thing.
No, it's not. But, it's not. Anyway, Tom, my condolences.
Thank you, Matthew.
And if you want to send your condolences, by the way, castingbroadpodcast@gmail.com. I never give that out, but we have I don't have a lot of listeners. We have a few. If you want to contact us,
Yeah.
sweet.
I'm single now too, so if anyone wants to date me, send us an email.
Oh, do you want to get into that one?
No, not so much
okay,
now.
great. There
Yeah.
was Tom is blue for a few reasons, but yeah, if you want to email castingbroadpodcast@gmail.com, you're basically guaranteed to get read out. It's one thing you can't say for any other podcast that I personally follow.
Yeah.
I will guarantee if you email us,
You heard it, folks.
we'll read it next week.
Guarantee from Matthew Orchard.
Absolutely. And you can comment on the SoundCloud too.
People are going to send in some really offensive shit that we're not going to be able to read out.
Yeah,
on the
okay.
podcast.
That's a podcast with a offer with obvious caveats to it. Now moving on to actual proper Department of Corrections,
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah, what are you sorry for? I'm interested in this because I thought you were good, on point last week.
What?
I thought you were great last week, so I don't know what this is going to be.
Well, I got a few, but one is a general correction for both of us.
Yeah.
And I think Tom may be arguably the biggest correction in casting broad history.
Holy shit, brace myself.
We didn't mention it
Oh, no.
last week.
Oh no, what was it?
Tom, no more single digits.
The 10.
Yeah.
We get the 10.
Last week was episode 10. We didn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Man, milestone, man.
Can we right now?
Yeah.
How do we do that? How do we celebrate that?
High five?
How about high 10?
Oh, okay. All right, yep.
Oh no!
No, there's two microphones between us and like a computer. It's fucking awkward. Yeah.
Oh, that was bad, eh?
But dude, we're not going to be able to do a strong one. No, you want to stand up? You want to do it properly? Get away from the microphones and do
Okay,
it properly.
okay.
All right, guys.
Here we
You're
go.
listening. This is going to be good listening. This is a proper
great.
high 10.
Great podcast.
All right. Yep. Hey,
Oh, there we go.
that was nice. A little snap wrist there at the end too. Really-
I suppose it's not actually a high 10 though. Both of us having 9 fingers
Oh,
now.
yeah. I mean, it's figuratively high 10.
9.
Figuratively high 10.
Should we touch on that as well?
There's a
The
high
fact that I blacked out at the end of last week's
Yeah,
show?
well, I mean, that's not so much an apology, just unfortunate, because it was consensual finger chopping.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
my fault you passed out.
Yeah,
It
for
wasn't
the
your
record-
fault.
Yeah,
I
for the
didn't
record,
know.
I never considered pressing charges against you. I was,
Thank you.
we were going by the ancient parchment of the lightning round. We're playing by the rules, both of us were.
I got him to a back alley doctor in time.
Yeah, it was
Didn't
fine.
have to worry about the authorities.
So there was a couple of days there where I did slip into a coma, and we were worried for a little bit.
a lot of blood loss, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you lost about 5% of your cognitive function too. You're a little bit wonky in one side
Big
of the
time.
face, yeah.
Yeah. I've been falling
Yeah.
over all week long, so. But other than
Sucks.
that, things are, it's not so bad. I've had a lot of people sort of asking, hey, what happened to your finger, man? It's a good talking point.
Well,
having
it's
finger
gone. There's
chopped
the
off.
answer. It's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's good to be back.
Which
and
begs
conscious.
the question: if you don't get a lightning round question this week, and you have to lose another finger, will
I lose the other bird.
well, are you happy to submit? Do we have to figure out something else for you, or are you happy to risk it and get another finger off?
Another finger.
Well, if it happens, yeah.
I think so. I mean, we've got to stick to the parchment.
The rules are
right?
the rules. Yeah, they're handed down from the gods. Like if you die, you die.
Yeah.
If you coma, you coma. That's what you commit to.
Them's the rules.
That's good. I'm glad you're on board. All right, but yeah, episode 10. Great.
10.
This
We
is
made it.
11 now, but I mean, we've crossed that barrier. Is what I'm saying.
I'm proud of me and you.
All right, but I have more. I have more corrections. Some minor ones.
Oh God. Okay.
Well, a couple of times, and you said this correctly when you brought it up, but a couple of times we were talking about the moon landing conspiracy and the flag. The flag. Well, the way I said it is the flag not waving. I said people talk about the flag not waving. I knew the point was the flag waved.
Yeah.
I knew it. I just, for whatever reason, I used that syntax. Whatever I don't know what the word is, but that way of speaking about it.
I gotcha.
I just figured. So sorry about that. I get it. Flag not waving. And said it again. Flag waving. Flag waving is the point of,
I didn't even know.
is the point of contention there with the conspiracy
buddy.
theorists. Sorry, conspiracy theorists. And the other one, I've got two more actually.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. I did a
You're
lot
hard
of
on
corrections,
yourself.
man. A lot of corrections.
Yeah.
You asked, is the October surprise just that conspiracy theory? And I said yes,
Okay.
because I took you as saying. Is that the only year there's been a conspiracy theory about it? Which I think probably yes. But to clarify, the October surprise is a thing that it's like a part of American political theory.
Do you think this is good listening?
I'm thinking maybe
material?
not. I'm thinking maybe not.
Talking about communication breakdowns. Is Department of Corrections, send us an email.
Yeah.
Is Department of Corrections something we should do every week? Because I do like doing it. I feel like we get to absolve our guilty consciences. But is it
Should
good listening?
we go and do it every time? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just want to go. I feel like I never bring anything in. So I listened back to the last one. I was like, I want to.
Next week we're going to be fucking apologising.
Apologising for apologising too much.
Oh, God.
October surprise is a theory where like something will come up last minute in an American election. And so it's not always a conspiracy theory, but it's always a thing.
Yeah. And you had one more. I want to know what it is now. You brought up that you had two
This
more.
probably will be
That's
decent
one,
listening.
So, yeah.
Twice. 2 episodes.
Mm.
We implied that the only Christopher Nolan movie we hated was Inception. I'm going to come in and say The Prestige was a piece of shit. I can't remember.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I can't believe I forgot to mention that one.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie sucks.
Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, I haven't seen it, so...
A multitude of reasons. Can I give away the twist ending?
Is it classic Nolan that he's good at making things look pretty, but when it comes to storytelling, he should just get a writer on board?
I think.
Because we mentioned Interstellar, that was a bomb.
Yeah, but Memento was him and his brother too, and that was good.
Okay.
But I don't know. The Prestige. The twist was like, it was magic all along. Great twist, Dick.
Putting that guy on blast, eh?
Yeah.
Never going to be able to work with him.
Yeah, well, you know, whatever. After last week, it didn't seem likely to happen.
No.
Now, look, finally, that is all of my corrections done. I'm sorry if some of that was boring. Hey, we'll get Gary to cut it anyway.
Yep.
So, you know, whatever. Pop music.
Pop music.
Pop music.
This is where the episode begins. This is the exciting part.
It is indeed, well, allegedly, in theory.
So you were the one who suggested pop music?
I did, yep.
Why is that, mate?
Well, this week for our course, we've actually been looking at a whole bunch of pop music videos.
Yeah.
And so it's fresh in my mind, right? Because I'm normally sort of a folk guy.
Are you a
or
fan of
90s
pop
rocker.
music?
You know what? For my assignment, I was doing a bunch of 90s shit.
Ah.
I have become a fan of 90s bubblegum pop music. Like,
Throw it at me. What kind of artists
man,
are we talking about?
This is music that I thought I was too good for when I was 8, but evidently not, man. Now example,
Yeah.
Bewitched.
Yeah, into that.
Do you remember them?
Yeah, buddy.
Man, bangers.
Yeah.
C'est la vie, Roller Coaster.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fucking good songs. The other thing as well that stood out about like watching all those old like 90s bubblegum pop music videos, so fucking innocent.
I know. That was something that I noticed because I looked at some from early 2000s and late 90s. It was amazing that there were pop stars, top 10 pop stars, and you saw females wearing like baggy jeans and like really ill-fitting hoodies, but just like really well covered up. And then a lot of male pop stars, they were just like chubby, really average-looking guys.
Yeah.
Uncle Cracker, for instance, I was looking at his videos. I don't know, he was pretty much just a one-hit wonder.
And he was friends with Kid Rock, was like part of it too.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
just a hanger-on.
And it's just
He does like country music now, by the way.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, but just
on.
looking at him, like being a top 10 artist, you wouldn't see a dude like that, really. I can't think of one. Because he just looks average. And then it's funny that in his song, he's also like, just says like, you won't find nobody else like me. And there's millions
You'll find
of you, mate.
tons of people like him, yeah.
There's so many Uncle Crackers out
dime
there.
a fucking dozen, dude. Look in the mirror. What are you talking about?
I do love that song, though. I used to think it was...
it was a good song. But you're right, you couldn't get away with that today. You couldn't go into a major label and
Who's
be like,
buying that shit?
I'm going to sing about some lady should be leaving a man to come hang out with the real meat.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
And what kind of artist name is Uncle Cracker, by the way?
Again, he was Kid Rock's friend, so
That's
he
a
could get away with
nasty
a bunch
old-
of shit.
Yeah.
No, before we leave that's exactly right. That you were talking about the baggy clothes and everything.
Yep.
I was watching that Bewitched video, C'est la vie. It's all about like flirting with a dude and everything.
Yeah.
Those chicks, they're like wearing full denims.
Yeah.
Denim jacket, denim jeans that you
Double
could
D,
not
baby.
think of. Yeah, like unless the video was from Saudi Arabia.
just taken
Aside
from
from that, it could not be less sexual.
It was just pulled from Bruce Springsteen's wardrobe.
Yeah, pretty
that
much.
video.
Yeah.
Like, I love it.
Whereas these days, like, Katy Perry.
There's no
all
way.
that. No.
Full denim.
No
Hell no.
way.
Yeah.
And like you were saying with some of the male artists, and it's sort of applied to the females too. I'm not saying
Yeah.
all of them, but a lot of them, not even that good looking. They were.
looking.
I'm not saying they were ugly, all right? I'm
yeah.
not saying that I'm better looking. I'm just
Yeah.
saying for pop star standards, this definition of girl or boy next door. This looks like a regular person.
I wonder why that
basically.
is. Was it...
I've
is
got
it
a
more of
theory.
an emphasis now that they need to be
I think definitely.
Okay.
But this is my theory, right?
Was
is
the
that
music better? So it didn't matter if they looked plain
Well,
Jane.
I personally, although you never know if it's just nostalgia getting to you and you're just saying the music's better, I feel like the music was legitimately better. But who knows? You can't tell how much that is just your mind playing tricks on you.
Yeah, I got you.
But here's my theory, right? I think back in the 90s, it was all about a sort of narrative, and it was about the characters they were playing.
And the
'Cause think
videos or the...
Well, in the videos and the pop groups, okay? And,
Okay,
and,
I see.
And
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, right? But this is a 90s thing, right? There's the cute one. There's the smart one.
Yeah,
There's the funny one.
Yeah.
The bad boy.
the bad boy.
I mean, even the Spice Girls, right? It's literally...
I love that. And the bad boy, by the way, a super clean guy, just wore leather. Like a
Yeah,
little more
exactly.
leather
Yeah,
than
had a
everyone else.
goatee.
Yeah, yeah.
And sort of like, sort of slightly glared at the camera.
Bad boy.
But I mean,
Oh,
the Spice Girls, literally, right? It was
Yeah.
like angry Spice,
Yeah.
sporty Spice, baby Spice,
Yeah.
posh Spice, and like posh Spice is the good-looking one.
Yeah, yeah.
And the same with the boy band, right? The cute one.
that's
So
like
it's like
totally
a designated good-looking one,
They're
but
just totally okay with just being just typecast like that, eh?
yeah.
Yeah. And it's good. It's easy to get into when you've are listening to them and you're hearing about these artists. Because people talk about say One Direction, right? Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're all the cute one.
That they've got, but they're people. I've heard girls talk about them, and they do put different labels on each of them. Oh, he's the blah 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 one. I don't know what the fuck they are. He's the slightly brown one. I think no one says
Okay, but
that.
it's still based on looks.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
But they don't go for that themselves. You know, they're all like, no, I'm Zayn Malik. Like, oh, you have name all of a sudden. I suppose they want to be humanized, which is fair enough. But
Well, this is my
at the same time.
and this is gonna be my funny thing throughout the episode is I really haven't been up with pop music for the past bare minimum 5 years. There's gonna be a lot of blank areas for me here. I'm going
Yeah.
back to the likes now. Shit. Ow. But I actually stabbed myself. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of blank areas for me where I'll need
Yeah.
you to sort of fill me in here.
Okay.
But One Direction, right? So did they?
And I by no means am an expert on the subject.
But maybe you're a bit more familiar.
Maybe I know one shade more than you do.
They've
about
got some of them have solo careers now. And when they were in,
they have tattoos.
and when yeah, like Justin Bieber, I guess that was the second phase, right? Is getting all the tattoos.
Yeah.
So he looked like a kind of cat lady lesbian for a period, and then he became a badass.
I guess.
Yeah,
Who knows with that
kind of
boy?
bob haircut, kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
He's a cute little fella
I
though.
don't know, huh?
He's a good looking fella, that guy.
Yeah, I'll grant him that. He's got that kind of
his dick.
pretty boy looks. Yeah. I'll give him that. Yeah, I'll give him that. He's annoying though. He's one of the most annoying pop stars I think that's ever existed.
Okay. But keep going. What were you about to say?
Oh yeah. So
One Direction
One
boys.
Direction, right? So did they all have their own niches? Was it sort of Zayn or Tom or whatever is the sort of blah blah one?
I think
or was
so.
it just? So what ones were they?
There was well, I'll give you my ones. There's the slightly darker one.
Okay,
There's
but that's
the-
a physical thing.
There's the one with cat eyes.
Physical thing.
And then there's the other two.
Yeah, but they're not personality. but they're not personality traits. Though.
No, they're not.
Yeah, right.
They're not. None of them are spicy or angry or.
So my theory is holding up.
Yeah.
Is that back in the day it was about you fill a certain stereotype.
You
fill
go
a
the
certain
Seven
role.
Dwarf model.
Yeah,
That's what they-
exactly.
yeah. I would like them to go back to that. I dug it, man. So there was because the Spice Girls even did. Maybe I'm misremembering this, but I feel like they even did it down to their wardrobe. In terms of
Oh, they
there was-
totally did. Yeah.
Yeah, one that one that wore.
The sporty one was Sporty Spice was always dressed in sweatpants and everything.
Yeah, there was one that had a lot of cat stuff on all the time.
Yeah.
I think.
You know one
Favorite Spice Girl?
Ginger.
Mate, really?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Well,
Why is that weird?
I don't know. I've never heard that be someone's favourite.
She was one of the more talented ones too, right? She actually had a solo career after it.
Yeah,
It was
okay,
just
so
her
I was.
in fact, I was going to say her and Posh, but Posh didn't really have a career. She got married to a famous person and got a perfume line.
Yeah,
But
I
she never actually did much.
had a massive crush on Baby Spice.
Yeah, in terms of physical looks, that would probably be either my one or two.
I wonder if that was
Ginger's
'cause
still
I wasn't
really
sh-
good looking, but you know. I don't know.
What if that was because at the time I was
Different.
a child, and the fact that she was Baby Spice made me feel like I'm closer to her age than the other ones.
It's arguable, yeah, maybe that's it.
Maybe.
Plus, she had pigtails, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's always a sexual thing, isn't it? For dudes, like, oh yeah.
I do like girls with their hair
inner
tied back.
pedo coming out.
Yeah. Love an exposed neck.
Exposed necks.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's interesting.
They don't do it for you?
I don't think I've met a guy before who's been like, I'm a neck man.
Or a human. It's mostly just vampires who are into that shit.
Yeah, true.
Vampires and wolves.
Do you know? Okay, why necks? Explain.
It is rooted in Izzy Stevens from Katherine Heigl, her character in Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
Got into that show, season 1 to 3, and stopped watching after that. Because they killed her off, basically. But she always had her, or most of the time, had her hair tied up and just had a just gorgeous neck that just had a lovely little line that went down to her bosom, the breasts. And I used to masturbate a lot.
To the
watching,
neck?
Looking at the neck and the... Google searching still images of Katherine Heigl's neck and...
Okay. Alrighty.
Sorry, Katherine. We know you listen, sorry about that.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's weird, but it's not wrong. It's just a fetish. It's a fetish.
Oh, yes.
You know, speaking of old shows, you just reminded me, Elliot McBeal, Richard Fish. He's got a thing about that. Did you ever watch that show?
No, man. Is there a guy
He's got a neck fetish. He's got not just necks, older women's necks.
Oh.
He liked the waddle. It's that little piece of flesh that sort of hangs down a little bit.
The turkey. We call that, the neck people call that the turkey.
They do. All right, yeah. He loved that. He loved touching it. There was like a woman.
Oh, right.
Like, just let me touch it just once. And I think some women even found it sort of endearing because they didn't get much attention that way. And
this is another one thing.
Bringing that back, man.
Decorating and exposed neck, the chokers, which they had a lot. 90s pop stars wore often. Oh,
chokers.
That could be part of it also. The little necklaces that around the neck, they're not loose ones. They just sit there. They're stretchy though.
I think I might know what you're talking about.
They're like little collars, but
that's kind of hot.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Fuck,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But they're just more of like a, I don't know, like a weird clothing item that for some reason is somewhat.
Do you have any fetishes? I've never asked you
that. Fetishes. I honestly, and this isn't just like self-consciousness.
Yeah.
Because hey, I mean, I'll full disclosure. Sometimes I get self-conscious on the podcast to maybe hold back something, but I'm legitimately don't think
you have any.
I have any. No, it's all pretty standard. Yeah.
Huh.
No, I don't think so.
Well, more
just normal stuff. I mean, like, 'cause legs aren't a fetish, right? Like, legs are just like a common thing to be into.
I think so, but if you're particularly into that,
but not
thing,
particularly. Like, I like breast and I like ass and stuff.
You just like it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, but it's a common erogenous zone. Well, it's not an erogenous zone, but it's a common thing to be like, oh, wow, she's got some legs. Like, that's not weird.
She's got some legs.
Well, people are going to look at you weird for that, right? Like, wow, what great legs. That's not
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know you mean she's got great legs, but you just said, whoa, she's got legs.
But don't really. Oh, yeah, right. She's not an amputee. Yeah, like. I like that about it. It's real quality. I look for it.
She's mobile. Hubba.
Oh, wow. But yeah, not into feet or anything. I mean, not like I hate feet, but I wouldn't be...
Were there any pop stars that you had a crush on when you were a little boy?
I don't know, all the good-looking ones? Like, what kind of question is that? Like...
No, but in particular, man.
Like, fantasize about... Nah, I don't think so.
Did you ever watch...
Not even today, to be honest.
Really? No, I know you got a bit of a thing for Montana, Miley Cyrus, don't you?
Oh, actually, no, you're totally right. I take that back, yes.
Yeah, you've told me about that before.
Part of it, though, is a bit of a white knight thing. I just feel like when that VMA thing happened...
I see.
And people are going, oh my God, she's going fucking crazy. What's happened to Hannah? Come on, dude. She's playing you like a fiddle. She knows what she's doing. I guess it's not even like I leave her alone because I'm saying she knows what she's doing. So I'm kind of thinking like keep going at it because you're playing into the whole song and dance. But
yes,
my whole thing was just sort of she's doing nothing wrong. It's just entertainment.
Yeah, I love your concerned member of the public voice, Matthew. The one you just did. What's happening to Hannah?
Yeah. Well,
I want
it's the way I felt about it because even comedian friends I know
Yeah.
People who are supposed to be sort of cool and counterculture.
Yeah.
We're saying things like, "Oh my god, now I have to know who Miley Cyrus is." Bleh. So fucking get over yourself, dude.
See, I felt the same way about Bieber when people were attacking him when he was like speeding around in his car and doing
Could have killed
things.
someone though.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he's
Wasn't just flashing
like,
his ass on TV.
I feel like it was people just love making fun of these celebrities because it's easy like they're all these picture perfect and whatever. And it just makes people feel a little bit better about themselves when they do it. But it's like, nah, you give $1 billion to a 16-year-old, he's going to do some weird shit. Like,
well, no,
you expect?
You make a fair point. Like, you can't. I think we've had this conversation before, possibly.
Maybe.
I think it was me and you, where I was saying.
Did you know that me and Matthew talk outside the show? Fun fact.
showing how the sausage is made, as you say, Tom.
Yeah.
I think this was me and you.
Yeah.
So like you just said, like you give a child $1 billion, who's to say he's not going to be corrupted? Wouldn't you be corrupted?
Yeah.
And everyone likes to think that they wouldn't be corrupted, but
I'd buy some stupid shit.
I could I would like to think I wouldn't be corrupted, but I can totally imagine it. And the ultimate example of this is my friend used to work in Brighton in the UK, and he worked at a really trendy coffee house, right? Mm-hmm. And they had all kinds of cool people who used to go there. Nick Cave used to be a regular. You'd love that cafe, all right?
Yeah, buddy.
And one of the people who used to be a regular, and this is before my friend's time, apparently Paul McCartney used to go there all the time. And the owner of the coffee place was telling my friend when he was working there, Paul McCartney used to come here, but he stopped coming here because when Paul McCartney used to frequent this cafe, he always used to have this little booth at this window seat. It was his booth.
Right.
And one day, Paul McCartney came in, and there was this young family at his booth.
Oh.
And Paul McCartney, he didn't go up to the family and go, "Get the fuck out of here!" But he went up to the guy who's telling the story to my friend, the owner. Mm-hmm. He goes, "Oh, hi there, Greg. It's assume that's your name in the story. You know that window seat I normally have. Do you think I could maybe get my usual seat?" And basically, Greg said to Paul McCartney, "Fuck off, mate. No."
Said, "Let it be, Paul.
Let it be." Yeah, exactly. Good one, Tom. Nice. And anyway, the reason I found out about the story is I always used to tell my friend, Paul McCartney's my favourite Beatle. I think he's underrated. I think John Lennon was an asshole in real life, everything I've heard about him. I like Paul, and he told me that story to kind of disenchant me, I guess.
Okay.
But my comeback to that was, okay, yeah, that's total asshole behaviour, but can you imagine being 19 years old, and just from 19 years old all the way to fucking 60 years old?
Yeah.
People are just screaming your name, going, "Oh, Mr. Paul, what can we do for Mr. Paul? Here's a seat right here, Mr. Paul." It would become so ingrained into you because I'm so conditioned.
Because I also feel like after he released Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time and it went to number 1, he probably felt like, I can get away with anything.
Yeah.
Because that song is a shitter.
I'm not even a fan of the Wings stuff, to be honest. It's mainly the Beatles. It's mainly the Beatles stuff I really like. So his later career, I'm not really huge on.
Have you seen I'm Alan Partridge, the TV show?
No, I haven't.
Really good scene in there, and I may have said this to you before, when he's talking, Alan's talking to this younger guy, and he's talking about his favourite bands. He's like, I really love Wings, and this kid's like, Wings? Who are Wings? And he's like, only the band the Beatles could have been.
Oh,
it's so good, so funny. Alan Partridge is a laughable figure.
Quite a cool. I was gonna say, there's another gonna say moment. Fuck, can't
you forgot what to say?
Oh, actually, no, about Miley. I remember Miley Cyrus. The other reason I have a bit of a thing for her, is it is partially, well, I want to say personality, but I don't know what a personality is like.
It's a little bit part of the Southern charm. Well, you like Southern music, country stuff.
Okay, and that's it. So I think she's legitimately talented.
Yeah.
Whereas I think, because she does these sort of acoustic covers of Jolene. She does that cover of that Bob Dylan song, which I think just melts me.
Yeah.
Great vocalist, I think, and does a bit of that country twang stuff outside of her pop stuff.
Favourite Miley moment in A Very Murray Christmas.
Yeah.
Her sitting on a piano singing Silent Night and just fucking nailing it.
Real range, great vocals.
An angel in that video.
Absolutely, no. And I just feel people like Taylor Swift and Katy Perry, I honestly, and maybe this is because I don't really listen to their music, so it might be ill-informed, but I feel
I don't think we're going to lose many fans if you bag on either of those two.
Probably not. I never listen to Cousin Bro again. I just feel like they're interchangeable. You could play me a Katy Perry song, tell me it's Taylor Swift, I wouldn't correct you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know you were lying to me.
Yeah.
It's pretty generic shit. I feel like Miley Cyrus actually has a bit of a something. Even her pop shit, like Wrecking Ball.
Yeah.
Wrecking Ball's a pretty cool song, man. Pretty catchy. And she's
like
got that
the side
nice...
of you. You're sticking up for old Miley.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's got that nice raspiness. This character to the voice. I know it's her when I hear her.
Yep.
So, yeah. I'll bet for you anytime, Miley. Hannah Montana.
And we know you listen too, Miley. Got a lot of famous listeners. Katherine Heigl, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's good.
It's good to be appreciated.
How did they kill Katherine Heigl off, by the way?
They just gave her, I think it was cancer. I think it was cancer.
And it just slowly set in and didn't get any better.
Yeah.
It's a very dark way to kill someone. She must have been a real...
They killed off her. They had her fall in love with this guy, nice guy, Danny, and then his heart gave in. He died, and then she got kind of manic for a while, and then she got an illness. And my other favourite character on the show, George O'Malley, they just had him walk in front of a bus and die. So that's why I started watching. They just killed off my two favourite characters.
What's another thing they did in, I believe, was Grey's Anatomy, because I didn't watch
Grey's Anatomy.
I didn't really watch it,
God.
but I say didn't. Isn't it still on air? It was on air freakishly recent.
That's one of those shows that are so... I don't know the word is. Just every time they have a season, they're like, this is the last one. And then they get to the season and it's like... Actually, this one's going to be the last one. And they've been doing that for about the last 5 seasons.
It's sort of a legitimate soap opera in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a soap opera that has seasons.
Yeah.
But there was one I saw, because I've never been a watcher of the show, but once I was in a flat where it was seen. I'm trying to protect my credibility here, man.
Yeah.
They had a guy who was going to die. I think he was in an accident and he wasn't savable, but they were able to resuscitate him to say goodbye. And I was watching it.
What?
Exactly. I was watching it thinking, no, don't do that. It's so selfish. Don't wake him up just to tell him he's going to die. But no one questioned it. I don't think anybody in the show was sort of saying, is this really ethically correct?
See, it would have been so cute because he's waking up and instantly people are saying goodbye. He's thinking, what about hello? How are you? What do you mean goodbye?
It reminds me of that, this is going to be
cruel.
This is going to be another weekly thing where I reference South Park, but it reminds me of this moment in the South Park movie where Kenny gets into a big accident near the start, and then like his eyes are sort of open and the doctor's looking over him. He's like, Kenny, are you there, buddy? He's like, oh, yeah. And then he goes, all right, I just need to tell you, unfortunately, we replaced your heart with a baked potato. You have about 5 seconds to live. He goes, what? And then he just dies.
That's a regular feature, I think. It's official now. Matthew references
South Park. Yeah.
Yep.
Matthew references South Park. It's going to be our jingle
That's
for that.
the jingle.
Yep.
Can you just hit that button again? Can you just hear that jingle one more time?
Matthew references South Park.
Oh, that's good. I like it.
Good.
Done. We've got a lot of show going on.
Oh, all kinds of... Well, I mean, you run a show for more than 10 episodes, Tom, and regular things just start happening.
Are we seasoned? Are we seasoned podcasters, Matthew?
Yes, I think we are seasoned. But we do. We have regular features.
So ahead of ourselves at episode 11.
We have things like Gary popping in sometimes. Isn't that right, Gary? Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, that's enough for you this week, Gary. Thank you. Cheers.
Ooh, dismissive to Gary.
Huh?
Dismissive to Gary. I thought he did. We were like, it was a bit of a shit
dismissive. I'm
shambles.
just saying, keep it short and sweet sometimes.
That Christopher Nolan thing last week with Gary, obviously didn't play it that well, but I thought he was a good sport at least trying to do it, right?
Yeah, it's all about effort is what counts. A for effort.
I think, and ultimately, I'm glad that Gary made the call. It saved my life. After you cut my finger off and I was slipping into the coma, I was fading away.
He was able to hook me up with a good back alley doctor.
Did want to bring up with you, I just didn't know when to do this, but I think now's as good a time as any. When I did black out, why was it that your instinct at one point was to sign out of the show rather than just calling an ambulance straight away?
Force a habit.
Okay. Okay. I'm just going to...
Dude, it takes 3 seconds to say thanks for tuning in.
I mean, of course, professionalism you can send for the listener, but what about my life?
Hey, any listener...
What about my life?
Any listener, you want to go back and listen to that last part, count how long I sign out, and reasonably say if that could have been the difference in life and death right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Professionalism, Tom.
I almost died, man.
Yeah, you would have almost died if I'd gone straight
That
to
back alley doctor said that. I trust him. He got me back to life. He saved me.
Yeah.
He said I almost died, dude.
That's what happens when you get your finger chopped off.
Jesus Christ.
Next time, don't pick a big finger like the middle finger. Because the middle finger obviously gets more blood.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that without any education.
Yeah.
But it's the bigger one, right? So it's sound.
It's the fatter hose. It's going to leak more water.
Tom, do you think Michael Jackson did it?
Did what? The fiddling?
Yeah.
Oh, God. You really sprung that one on me.
Well, I know. I should have saved it for lightning round.
Question ambush.
It's something I wanted to bring up before. I forgot.
Okay. I will answer this question, but I just want to preface it by saying I have not done any research on the matter. I have not seen any of the documentaries that go into this theory. I have not even heard Michael Jackson himself speak on the matter.
You're going with the gut.
Nor have I heard, exactly. I'm going on a completely visceral gut feeling. Do I think he was, one, capable of fiddling with children? And two, do I think he did it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, on both counts.
Good, because if you said no on it, if you said no, and that's because I've looked at the case and these things don't seem to add up, that would be fair. But if you said on gut feeling, on instinct, I'm saying no. Dude, what kind of gut and what kind of instinct do you have? I mean, look at him. Look at him.
That's what I mean. Gut instinct. It's just, he's just, I don't know. And also, I have never...
I'm not a pedophile at all.
Yeah, it's like, listen to yourself, buddy.
Yeah, Jesus, dude.
And the other thing is, I'm not attached to his music at all, so I don't even want to stick up for him for that, because I reckon he's fucking overrated, to be honest.
Neither am I. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
I would have never thought to mention that, but... It's true.
Yeah, he had fancy
Michael
dance
Jackson.
moves. I'll give him that, but I just reckon I didn't like his vocals or his songwriting.
No, it's really over emotive. It's really tacky. I mean, he's very talented. Like, he's got very good range and he's a great dancer, but...
I think that was for me, that was the coolest thing about him. He like cool moves, but...
Jackson 5 stuff was great.
That's good shit.
I listened to that.
That's good shit,
yeah.
But I think that's what fucked him up.
I'll go even...
Childhood.
I'll go even further. You want to see something real controversial?
Yeah, go on.
I prefer Savage Garden to Michael Jackson.
Who is Savage? Now, refresh my memory. What is one of their songs?
I wanna lay with you on a mountain. I want something to see. But I mean, bad. Like, I'm not saying it's good music,
good, though.
but it's. I prefer it to Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
prefer it to Michael.
Maybe it
Jackson.
wouldn't be so strong if he wasn't constantly referred to as the king of pop.
Yeah,
because he gets that crown. Then it's like, was he?
And heavy lies the crown, Tom. Heavy lies the crown. It's a big burden having to live up to that.
Because in terms of writing pop songs, Paul McCartney is way fucking better.
Great. Yeah, Paul McCartney writes that. Yeah, going back to the Beatles for a second, I always feel Paul had the punchable face. He seemed like the uncool Beatle, and John Lennon seemed like the cool Beatle, and then George Harrison seemed like the even cooler Beatle because he's lesser praised, but he's sort of more rugged and more of a man. But Paul McCartney, I think people just
that Ringo's not even considered.
Well, no, and that's not unfair. I mean, come on, Ringo. But
Ringo,
yeah, I wrote 4 songs, and one was Octopus's Garden.
I really feel like that was Ringo. Those songs getting onto those albums. I feel like that's when. You know, the younger brothers kind of hanging out with the older brother and his friends.
Things started to come apart
and they're like, he's like, I want to hang out with Michael and Michael's friends. And then Michael's like, oh, fuck off, Jason. You just a little like weed. And then the parents like, come on, let him play with you. I feel like that's what was going on. The producers were saying that about Ringo's songs. Like, come on, John, let him have a couple.
You've had 100. Yeah. Let him get one in. But yeah, I felt like Paul McCartney had the vibe that everyone didn't like. But if you look at the songs and just divide them. Here's a Paul song. Here, I know they're all Lennon McCartney, but you know what's McCartney and you know what's Lennon.
I think
divide them. I swear to God, you'll find the melodies and the song, just the pop structure.
Yeah,
of the Paul McCartney ones.
He was the strongest pop writer.
Yeah,
out of the four of them. Definitely.
Totally agree.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I have you agree. You're not saying he's your favourite Beatle, but at least you're agreeing with that much.
The best pop writer for sure. That's why it's great because they needed that, man.
You haven't studied your favourite Beatle, have you?
Nah.
Are you going to pick?
I am always torn. between George and John, and it always comes down to which one of their albums I'm listening to at the time.
I recommend go with George. I reckon.
Yeah.
Give it some thought, but I think I'm advising you to go with George.
The only thing that pulls me back is a lot of John's solo albums just fucking blow me away.
Yeah, he was a risk taker.
He did that Plastic Ono Band, great album, and then Imagine is just fucking stunning.
YouTube recommendation for the week.
Yeah.
For you and the listeners.
Feature. YouTube recommendation.
Yeah, new feature. Look up Bill Burr, John Lennon, Yoko Ono.
Okay.
And Bill Burr, do you know who Bill Burr is?
Yeah, buddy.
He does this rant for his podcast about he's watching Chuck Berry and John Lennon with Yoko Ono doing this cover of this song.
Yep.
And just talking about how at one point Yoko Ono just goes up to the mic and goes, yeah, you know that thing she used to do?
Yeah.
And you look at...
Singing?
Yeah. Yeah, quote unquote. Yeah. You see Chuck Berry's face, just, what the fuck is this?
Yes,
and so someone got his podcast rant about it and synced it up with the actual footage and him telling the story as it goes.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.
I want it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've never a fan of Yoko.
That guy was a sucker for love, actually, because not only
that was his thing there, right?
Well, that's true, yeah. But I'm just saying he lived up to the lyrics, I guess. But
yeah.
Not only did he really go all in on her and made music with her, and it was this love story, right?
Yeah.
But
how about that protest, just lying in bed?
Yeah. That was one hell of a Rolling Stone cover. You've seen that, right? Where he's like wrapped around her? Gross. Because John Lennon wasn't the prettiest looking guy, let alone Yoko Ono. But on a more shallow level, speaking of looks, right? On a more shallow level as well.
Go on.
Let's face it, John Lennon could have anyone at that time.
Yeah, he could have slayed, huh?
And Yoko Ono was not a great looking woman.
What was going on there? What was it?
Yeah, again, just love.
It's a mystery to me.
He just saw through the kind of mediocre looks. Because I won't say ugly, but she was borderlining, man.
Oh, God.
Hey, what? Oh. She's not alive. Oh, yeah, she's alive. Whatever.
Oh, God. Justifying it by claiming she's dead, and she's not.
Well, all dead people are bad looking, right? Because they're rotting.
So.
They're decaying.
Yeah,
or they're ash.
Yeah. They're like, I guess at best look like they're at peace.
Yeah. Which I guess is an attractive look, as you say.
And that's it. That's only the ones who are good looking when they're alive.
So maybe fresh dead people could be good looking.
Where is this
but
gone to?
I don't care how at peace you look. If you're moulding, then you're not a good looking person.
Yeah, true, man.
No matter what level of peace.
Hey, Matthew, I'll give you that. If you've gone mouldy, you look like shit.
If any potential sponsors are listening to this podcast, please email us.
What sort of companies are you thinking right now?
castingbroadpodcast@gmail.com.
Considering what we were just talking about, who is jumping on board with us?
Not undertakers.
Yeah, not beauticians in the morgues. God, what a job that would be, eh? What a job that would be. Just the ones who put the makeup on the dead people.
Yeah,
Fucking
who goes
hell.
into that business? Because we actually used to have a...
Because how good can it get? As you said, none of them are looking that great. Like,
yeah, I mean, also just a weird thing to want to spend your time doing, because we had a administrative lady at high school. She would come and check roll calls and everything. It was a weird job, to be honest.
what was
But
she doing?
she was
Checking rolls.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly because it was a while ago, but she used to just knock on the door and come into class, and I think it was about checking attendance.
Okay.
I think it was related to that, but obviously you have the roll call at the start of class anyway, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Who the fuck is this lady?
She wasn't a teacher, but she had a sort of administrative role, and she would often visit classes.
Did anyone ever? Did you ever talk to anyone about this lady?
Maybe she wasn't I don't know. Look, let me finish this.
Anyone else in the class ever see this lady?
Let me finish this. All right. She and I don't even know how this became common knowledge, but she was using it as a stepping stone, a part-time job, before she got into until she got into her lifetime ambition of being an undertaker.
How do you know all of this? Did you? So you spoke to this lady?
She spoke to a teacher, and the teacher spoke to a parent, and it wasn't a fucking secret, though. It wasn't a secret. She would have probably told the kids if you just went out and go, "What do you want to do?"
Matthew.
Yeah.
Did this lady ever have private time with you? Did this lady ever I'm gonna hold up a wee doll here. I got a wee doll in my backpack. I'll just grab that out.
What about my story?
Did that lady ever touch you here?
What about my story? What about my story implies that would happen?
So no, he's not denying that. Pointing at the crotch for the listener.
Look, I'm just going to wipe the single tear going down my cheek for a moment. We're going to move on.
Yeah.
But yeah, this lady wanted to be an undertaker, and I just wondered, who would want to be an undertaker? Because people are undertakers, so obviously people want to be an undertaker. What attracts you? What attracts you to that?
I suppose at some point for these people, there is a moment where they're like, "Hey, you know what? Doesn't seem so bad." What? So what the?
Well, I know it's not seem so bad, but you know what? Seems pretty
is it good
great.
Money? Is it one of those jobs where people are like, it's not that good work, but it's good money?
I believe there is actually quite a lot of money in the death business, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Because, you go to those sort of showrooms for coffins and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a perfect... Because, so much marketing feeds off of insecurity and everything.
Yeah.
And what makes someone more insecure what makes someone more insecure than, do you really care about your dead mother?
God,
do you really want to just bury her in a pine box?
Fucking salesman of coffins, eh?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how do they sleep?
Oh, and they're even more silly too because they're all pretending they're compassionate. Oh, please. No, think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Come back to us in this time of, meanwhile, counting the money.
Hey, do you ever think about your own funeral?
Nah.
Never?
Good podcast host, right?
Do you?
Good podcast host. Great to bounce around off. No, Tom, I don't. Go on.
20 minutes of dead air.
But I will think about it now.
Yeah. Let's dream it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're dead.
Okay.
What is the funeral looking like? What kind of thing do you like? What trimmings do you want? You want it to try to be a jovial affair? Do you want it to be in a church? Where do you want it? What do you want to be buried in?
Sorry, am I still dead?
Oh. Oh. No. No. No.
Is that like the shittiest joke of all of time? Of all our podcasts?
That is just... I just went back to... You know what I went back to? It was just like saying, Dad, I'm hungry, and just him turning around with a fucking knowing smile on his face.
Such a dad joke.
Hi, hungry. I'm
joke.
Dad.
Yeah. No, you know what, though? Okay, seriously answering your question, though.
You're happy that 20 seconds of dead air you've given
we
the
can
listener?
edit it down.
People are going to pull their phones and iPods out of their pockets wondering what's happened.
You know, the cool thing is the clock was, ticking during that time as well.
Gary, we got to lift that in post, mate. The clicking of that top. Fucking hell! Now I can't even say words anymore.
I actually thought it was pretty funny. Thanks, Gary. Cheers,
don't take sides, Gary.
Thank you.
You can't start doing
That's
that,
right,
mate.
Gary. What a great producer.
I was sticking up for you earlier,
wrong
bud.
about him. I was wrong about him.
What's with this shit? I was sticking up for you earlier, Gary. And now you're going to take Matt's side.
Not personal. That was a good joke.
Oh, right. Yep, sure. Yep, fine. Last time I stuck up for you, bud.
How's your finger?
How's my finger?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fair enough. You made the call, Gary. Well done.
Thanks.
Ooh, look at him. Look at him just wriggling all 10 of his fingers at me.
Yeah, getting a little bit cocky there,
He's
Gary.
got an agenda this week, I think.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyway, to answer your question, how would I want my funeral to be? Dude, seriously, I don't know. I'm going
to use your catchphrase right now. Fuck you. All of that, and I don't know. You clearly don't care, right?
Well,
is that what it is? You just don't give a shit?
I'd like a bunch of people to be there.
Nice.
I'd like
just put that on the wall. Like a bunch of people at my funeral, please.
Yeah.
I don't care who, just some.
I'd like it to be brief. I'd like them to share a few anecdotes about me. I don't want any of this. Matt was a good man. He was someone everybody liked. I just like a few good anecdotes about what a ledge. And then I'd like the majority of the day to be spent on the wake. I'd like people to be celebrating my life, so they're having a good time. Not like sharing stories about me, but not in a formal way. Just yarning around, having some drinks. I remember the time Matt did this and that and the other thing. Oh yeah, whoa, having fun. None of this black crying.
It's black crying.
Oh, black clothing, crying.
I know what you mean.
A list.
Yeah.
How about you? What do you want your funeral to be like?
I want to just put me in the bush, eh? Let me just fucking bury me in the forest. Is that legal, by the way? Can you just do that if it's in the will? If I state I want to be buried in government land, can you be buried in government land? Because ultimately I'd like to be put in the Abel Tasman, just up the hill, up one of those hills, just bury me deep.
It's an interesting question. I mean, buried at sea is obviously okay, but that's because it's out of international waters. On land, it's not out of government jurisdiction. Yeah, burial at sea is fine. That's where Osama bin Laden went.
It's illegal to do
but that was on the government's command. But yeah, international waters are sweet.
Buried at sea, is that just throwing them in the water with concrete on their feet?
Pretty much.
What about put them on the boat with sticks and set fire to them? Is that legal?
Oh, like a Game of Thrones type thing where they send them off sailing?
Yeah, and they just push off the boat and it just into the distance.
It wouldn't be international waters. Oh, you mean they go out to sea though and then do it?
But mind you, by the
probably.
time, fingers crossed, by the time we die, we're going to get fucking evaporated and sent into diamond dust in the middle of the universe. There's going to be some far out thing. You're like, which star do you want to be a part of? And they'll just shoot you up into that.
Right into space.
Yeah, dude.
Elon Musk funeral. Limited.
I'd like that.
Yeah. Did you answer my question about how you would want your funeral to be?
They talk about just the burying. So
yeah. Well,
so the funeral itself would be people at the Abel Tasman, come if you want, stay for a few days, hang out, do some camping and fishing, and they can basically just, I don't know, anyone who gives a fuck and can just, do one of the digs and the shovel, just roll me in.
And in terms of your question, in terms of your question too, you're asking about whether it's legal to bury you in the forest. I'm pretty sure it varies forest to forest too.
Oh, right.
Because it would depend on regulations, right? If they were protecting the.
Oh yeah, because I don't want them to like ripping up any ferns or punga.
Oh no, yeah, of course not.
Yeah, just a bare patch where there's just like dirt.
You should probably get approval for it, surely. Be part of the woods. Nice.
Yeah, and then maybe plant a little thing on top of me so there's just roots growing through my body.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you know what else they should do is have something so the people in the future gonna likely to dig me up, and then but then have some kind of suspicious thing like buried with my bones that'll be there. So they'll be just so I seem like a cold case in the future. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Mystery.
Oh, I feel like I'm going a bit insane.
You know who I'd like to bury in the woods?
Oh. That's not enough.
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Can't stand her.
Oh.
Especially teenage Taylor Swift.
Oh. You know what just happened?
What?
First time on the podcast?
What?
You have answered one of my lightning round questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was the question?
Which pop star would you like to knock off?
Right.
So now we know.
Well, here we go, and I'll explain. And then, do you want how far are we?
Well, how about this? We'll talk about this, and then we'll just transition to the lightning round.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
How far are we?
Oh, buddy, approaching that hour.
Oh, good. Okay, so we've got a good amount of content. Sweet.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. I thought I'd just bring it back to pop stars before we move on to the lightning round because it's been about 20 minutes of dead people. I mean, it could be a joint podcast.
We started the episode blue. It was always going to go there.
Yeah, sweet. Who knows how it'll come out? But yeah. Hey, by the way, not so much anymore today in current times.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm a T-Swift fan. I still err toward disliking her.
Okay.
But, dude, back when I was about 20, 21, and she was about 17.
Yeah.
I used to live in Sydney, and I used to go through the subway station every day.
Yeah.
And that movie Valentine's Day, do you remember that when it came out?
Yeah.
Look up Valentine's Day poster while I'm talking, so you can see this.
Yes, sir.
They had this collage of famous people's faces, and one was 17-year-old Taylor Swift, and she was doing this face kind of like this, kind of looking off into the side, kind of like, me.
Okay.
And I saw that face every day, and I just went, oh, I want to fucking punch you right in the stupid
Christ.
Squinty face,
Okay,
squinty-eyed Taylor Swift.
Just bringing up the poster now.
Hated her, man. Hated her. She's grown into her face now, so it's not as punchable, but
Looking
back
at
then.
the picture. And it's a little annoying.
Yeah.
Listener, Google it right now. Valentine's Day movie poster. You'll see T Swizzle. Oh god, I can. Yeah.
Don't understand why people ever liked her back then.
Yeah, she looks a little annoying.
Never even heard a song from her. Never saw an interview. Just saw that face and that poster and just went, "Oh, you fucking, what are you doing?"
Yeah. She's scheming, eh?
Yeah.
Those shifty eyes. Those swifty eyes.
I kind of smug.
Yeah.
Smug, just self-satisfied.
Coy little diva.
Taylor Swift.
Okay, so
On that note,
lightning
round.
round.
Fucking ready. All right, Tom, hit me.
So you've already answered the assassination one.
Yep, got it out.
Okay, well, on that one. So you know you're going to kill Taylor Swift, right?
Back in
you're gonna-
2000 and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to be
10.
part of your method. What I want to know is what else is going on in the murder? How are you going to do it, buddy?
Well, I said bury her in the woods, so...
That's not the killing. Or are you burying her alive?
No, but doesn't she have a really rich family? So she probably does have... Well, she probably does have, like, big real estate out in sort of woodlands, right?
Okay.
So you just camp out there, wait for her to be staying there,
Yeah.
and then you do whatever. You shoot her, you smack her in the back of the head with a shovel, however you want to do it. But the main point is that you've got the wilderness right there.
That is ideal. Who needs a
It's
boat?
easy, yeah.
When you have the woods.
Woo, yay!
You get to collaborate with one pop star on their next album.
Oh, shit.
Who would you choose?
Miley Cyrus next.
Okay. You wake up in the body of a pop star. Who is it? And more importantly, do you crank it?
Well, I mean, you always want to do that in the morning. I'm gonna go with. I think it had to be Justin Bieber.
Okay.
Because I mean, he's
And
the
part two of the question. Do you crank it?
sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lightning.
Lightning, boom, boom, boom.
Lightning road.
My turn.
Yes, it is.
Tom, favorite pop song?
Oh, fuck.
5, 4,
No! Fuck you,
3,
dude!
2, 1.
Okay.
0 for good luck.
Nah.
Next week.
of a bitch, you son of a
8-figure
bitch.
Tom.
Because there's a lot that I like.
Tom.
There are many that I like.
Let's find out if you lose another one. Least favorite pop song.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
does that by?
That's the Paul McCartney one. Where he's
Oh,
like,
the one
he
you were talking about earlier,
At
sorry.
one point in the song, he's just like listing things that happen on Christmas Day. Like,
I haven't even heard
the
that.
lunch is ready. The turkey's done. And then just simply, and then just does the chorus over and over.
Sounds awful. I'm going to look that up after this one.
It's
Maybe he won't be my
shit,
favourite
eh?
Beatle after that one. But I think anything post-Beatles doesn't disqualify anything during Beatles, so I'll probably still stick by it.
Lightning round momentum.
Yeah, keep it going. Cool. Best episode ever. Tom, how would you woo Katy Perry?
For courtshipping, a little bang happening later on. Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Okay. I would find out where she is, and then I'll be listening to some headphones in just near her, just sort of on her side, and I'll be like, this guy, just Russell Brand, fuck, useless. This is a terrible, boring, shitty podcast. So, hey, hello there. So then I got that little setup happening. I was just, not so keen on Russell Brand, and then like, hey, aren't you that better-looking Zooey Deschanel? And she would say, yes, I am. Aren't you that guy from Casting Broad? And I go, yeah. Do you listen to the show? And she'd say, every week. You know what episode was particularly great? The episode you did on pop music.
You know what, Tom?
And then they bang.
I've got to say, I am actually finding this weirdly charming at the moment. I think you'd have a shot.
Yes!
Tom, now it's going to be a T-Swift heavy episode. Tom, how would you break up with Taylor Swift in a way that would ensure you wouldn't wind up on her next album?
I would write a song about the breakup and be very specific, have extremely long verses, and talk about every single
barely a
detail
song?
that happened, so that there's no way that she can talk about anything that happened during the breakup.
So basically, someone just you strumming a guitar and be like, okay, this is how I broke up with Taylor Swift.
You know
I
when
woke up
people
and
they get ahead
Yeah.
of the story?
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
do, and I do it musically, just to piss her off.
Casting Broad bonus, more content. You know who did that? No, it was the opposite sort of thing.
Bonus.
It was after, but Eminem dissed Mariah Carey a bit, so quickly and sharply
That's a vendetta for her.
after they had so they weren't even an item, but they sort of were trying things out for a while, is I guess the way you could put it. And he said some quite mean things about her, but not going in too specific, not going in too badly.
Yeah.
And then she made a song called Obsessed, which made a lot of kind of hints, and the music video is all about this kind of wigger rapper kind of following her around, obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Following her around, obsessed with her. And he released this 2-minute response track where he basically just shares all these lurid details, some of which are completely embarrassing to him and cast him in a bad light.
All right, nice.
And he just says strictly like, yeah, I went first, fuck you, there's nothing you can do about it. Like,
Whoa.
if I'm embarrassing me, I'm embarrassing you, is the way he kind of puts it in the thing.
Yeah.
It was quite childish, but at the same time it was also quite brutal and sort of admirable in its own way.
Yeah.
Just sort of going in. And other things as well, he says, and if you fucking say another word, then I will release tapes.
Yeah, I've never heard of this Game of Thronesy kind of Eminem.
Oh, well, he's always been sort of a petty person.
Yeah.
He gets away with a lot because of his talent. There's certain things he does where you go, if someone who is not quite as clever as you did the same sort of thing...
He's never trusted his beady little eyes.
Well, yeah. I'm not saying he's the ultimate bastion of morality. He's just an interesting cat, an interesting guy to follow.
Bonus.
Bonus.
That's the app, right?
No theme song this week.